Hello again. So for the past couple days, I have been in the slow process of getting all of my stuff, most of my stuff, out of the container, the shipping container, where a lot of it has been in there for close to about 20 years now. So yeah, so I'm getting it out, and I am in the process of setting everything up in the shop. And I have changed the original layout that I had over here. So I've got some racking up in here. So this is the mechanics area with a workbench. I'm gonna still revise this a little bit and clean this up, and I gotta find some bolt bins to organize my large collection of fasteners. But this will be the fabrication area, and the table is going to be right in here. Over here, I've got two shop presses. One is a 50-ton, as you can see, and the other is a 100-ton. I've got my sheet metal brake. Here is the machining area. I'm probably going to put a curtain across here so that it keeps it separate, and I don't get any dust from welding and fabricating in here. But those two machines are now set up, and over there is the stove. There's going to be all kinds of things as I develop the shop and actually build better cabinets and doors and things like that. Is going to all get cleaned up. But one thing that I am very excited about, there's a lot of things that I'm very excited about, is I finally have managed to take out all of my Land Cruiser spare parts and extra parts and things like that. And those are currently organized up there. I'm still going to have to go through them a little bit. There is still more in the container, but the part that I can finally access after a very, very long time is in here. That is a 1940s something ironworker. It's a fully mechanical, hand-operated ironworker that can shear up to 1 inch thick round stock, and then you can put punches in on the other side, and it'll do shearing of angle iron, all kinds of different things. And of course, there's more Land Cruiser parts. I've got enough body panels to pretty much build another 40. There's a 60 series frame that is mint. There's a few things in here, and I still have a couple more tools that I got to get out of here. But excellent. Didn't tip over. No damage done. I'm happy. This thing is, as you can see, an F.J. Edwards out of London, Besco Machinery. I think that might be the model number, 6329. I'm not sure. As you can tell, like, it can definitely shear a 1 inch round, square, even old T-slots, L brackets, all kinds of things. And it's got punches on this side, and I've got different adapters, and I can always either make new punches, and then it's got a shear over here. And this is all hand actuated with multiple gear, like a 2-stage gear. And there we go. Just needs to get... I've never actually really used this thing. I bought it long time ago from an old Italian fabricator down in Vancouver that used to do custom railings. So he was shearing a lot of square tubing or square stock and then making custom railings and things like that. So he used it for who knows how long. He had this cool little shop down in the basement or the back kind of half of his house. Getting it out of there was a task. The chipper shredder. I found an old PTO shaft that worked. I took everything off, all the covers. I greased bearings that I'm pretty sure have not seen grease in probably ever. So that might either be a good thing or a bad thing. They'll either freak out now and all of a sudden explode or whatever. We're going to try that. There's not much to this, so kind of went through everything and it seems to be okay. So I am going to, because I'm way too curious. So I am going to go hook it up to the tractor, go chop down some things that I need to chop down anyway, and we're going to feed them to the shredder and see what happens. So, pretty loud. Let's try the bigger one. Oh my God, that thing is loud. Okay, next time I'm bringing ear protection. But I gotta say, oh, that's jammed in there. No, no. All right. This thing's working awesome. I mean, look at this. this is what I get as a nice, lovely mulch coming out of it. This is perfect. This will work really well for underneath in the gardens, in the beds. Yeah, I mean, this will decompose and do a nice base for a lot of things. So I'm actually really happy with this. The only thing that does suck about it is it has no outfeed chute that you can feed into something else. So I can't put it into a wheelbarrow. I can't put it into a container. So I think what I'm just going to have to do is, if I want to maintain the mulch for something else, I'm going to have to do it in an area that I can bucket, scoop it up with a bucket later, and deal with it that way, because right now it just makes a lovely mess over here, which this is why I did it on the side of the road, because I figured it would be. So overall, not bad. Not perfect, but if I could devise a chute that would come out of this, then that would be awesome. But I'm gonna have to do some more research. But so far, like, I haven't fed a full 5-inch piece into it, so but it is rated for 5 inches. I think I fed about 2.5 and it just ate it. So all right, that's a good little addition to the farm. Okay, seems like the projects are never ending over here. So we're going to get rid of these massive and really heavy I-beams that we've got here, and the wheels that came with it, which are, I'm sure, will be useful for something. So they're really heavy duty, but the problem is it only rolls without in one direction without, or in two directions without actually rotating. So I'm going to be putting on those casters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this entire setup, unbolt it over here. I'm going to use these nice light-duty rectangular tubing and have it bolted to this. And then have the casters bolted to that. So I've still not yet figured out how I'm going to take the ironworker off of the I-beams, since I don't have an overhead crane to be able to bolt the beams too, so I'm working on that. In case you're wondering, I ended up lining up all the holes ahead of time and center punching them. So all I got to do is line up approximately, bring the drill down, and I can see where it is marking on the center punch hole. And because of how heavy these things are, they're not going to move easily, so I'm not worried about clamping this. So I can just fine tune that. And there we go. It's biting in the middle of the center punch. Whenever drilling through steel, you want to see nice little coils like this coming off of it. That means that you're actually cutting the steel. If you're just getting all kinds of little chips, then either the speed is not right, the feed rate is not right, or your drill bit is just dull. So this is pretty much a nice even cut that you're getting through. It's animal chaos. Oh my God. Okay, so shut up. I went away for 2 days. 2 days to go visit Jess. I come back, the goats, those two little troublemakers, found a way somewhere over there by the fence to squeeze into this other pen where they're not supposed to be yet. And of course, these guys are now screaming and yelling as if I am butchering them and it's the end of the world because they've been separated. So now I have to lure the two skittish goats, grab them, and then throw them over the fence. So, I'm gonna grab some grain. I can probably do it in this container. Yeah, let's do it in this container. Oh my God. Can you hear that? Are you listening to this? It is literally as if I was skinning them alive. What? Yes, life is so horrible. You became separated. I figured out where. What? So horrible. So horrible. Life is so bad. You, get off the fence. What? Can I help you too? You're both in trouble. You're on the wrong side of the fence. Yes. And look at you. What? What are you doing? You're not getting any grains. No. No, you're all, and you're walking all over the, all right. Get out of here. All right. I am not going to be able to videotape this at the same time as I'm trying to capture dumb goats. So, it's going to have to be one or the other. You? Yes. All right. Hold on. I got to get to work. Okay, that's it for annoying goats. Aside for that, cattle got onto the property, and they actually did a pretty good job of clearing everything up. I've been, with Jess's help, I've been busy trying to make this a little bit more homey, and we now have garden beds. So we've got 2 garden beds that are going to be ready for spring with a bunch of manure and organic matter in there that is just going to break down, and we charred them for making sure that they are a little bit more sealed and prolonged for use. And then we're going to be building another 2 or 3 more over there, because I still need access into this area over here to be able to eventually take the roof off, because I have bats living up there. So that's going to be a lot of work. So I still need to get machinery in and out of here. So everything's a bit of a work in progress. Stay on your side of the fence, otherwise I swear I'm going to make good goat curry out of you. Dogs, you seem to be the least of the headaches. All right, off to work.